Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to yet another great edition of Topic Time with Harrison Young. The heat wave is just hitting a crescendo point, and then it's going to go down. We're going to have some thunder, and the next remainder of the week, the next few days, it's going to be pretty nice. And that's summer, ebbs and flows. We'll take it. I got a great guest tonight. He's kind of a fill-in, but he's going to be an awesome guest. We'll get to him in a few minutes. Got to read the underwriters, and then we'll get to the guest and the show. Got some new ones and some old ones. We got J&J Motorsports in Halifax. We got Red's Emporium in Dudley, Fine Foods in Duxbury. We got good old Dave's Automotive on Route 58 in Hanson. We got a new one, Vapor Image, also in Hanson. We got the Old Railroad Cafe in Hanover. Great pizza. They deliver. We got Advanced Auto Sales in Rockland. Let's see here. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. All inventory under $6,000, all their inventory. We got the Coffee Shack in Marshfield, they're a new one. We got Pembroke Portable Welding in Pembroke. We got the Cedar View Filling Station in Marshfield. We got the Brazil store on the second floor of Poopsie's Plaza. They sell imported Brazilian products. And we got another new one, L&M Russo LLC, Platinum Auto Sales in Abington. And I want to thank you guys very much. And now to introduce the guest. Now this young man here, he's been through a lot in his young life. This is Jaden Grace, is that your name?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, you know, I don't know if being on the show tonight is going to be a help to him. It's certainly not going to be a hindrance. He has got an issue with some medical stuff, and we're going to talk about that. I don't know if talking to him tonight, talking to me tonight is going to help his cause. Maybe it will. I always say everything happens for a reason. So, Jaden, I'm going to leave that up to you right now. You talk to me. Let me know what exactly is your situation, and when I have questions, I'll interject. Go ahead.
Okay, so here's to start. Pretty much when I was 5 years old,
Okay.
I got diagnosed with a disease called Alport syndrome,
Okay.
which is pretty much something to do with where the kidneys are missing an aspect.
Okay.
So all my life, I was fine up until last year when I was 20,
Okay.
right after I turned 20. So
Well, hold up. Real quick question. Was this something that the doctors expected when you were 5, that someday something would happen, that you would not be all right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So it wasn't
exactly.
unexpected?
no.
Okay. So go on. So keep talking. Go ahead.
So pretty much when I was 20 years old,
Yeah.
very unexpectedly, I went to the doctors with a bug bite on my face
Okay.
that was infected, so my whole face was swollen.
Right. Okay.
And during that time, my stay in the hospital, they drew my blood labs and everything,
Okay.
and that's when they found out my creatinine, everything.
Creatine, right?
Yeah, all my levels were just out of control.
Okay.
My hemoglobin, everything.
Okay.
So right away, they had to rush me into Boston, where they had to give me 2 blood transfusions.
Wow. Wow. There's a blood transfusion. Is that that is a surgery, correct?
I don't believe so.
Or do they have to knock you out for that?
No,
They didn't.
I was conscious the whole time.
You were. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So
well,
they had to do that, and then during that night as well, they threw me right on dialysis.
Okay.
So to start with the dialysis, they put me on hemo, which
Okay.
was a tube connected to my heart,
Right. Wow.
and it was sticking out of my chest.
Yep.
But with that, once I started that, like a month into it, I started having seizures, like very frequently,
Wow.
like 5 in a row.
Yep.
And during that time, 1 month, I had to be put in an induced coma because I was having so much seizures. They
Wow.
couldn't control it.
Okay.
And they had to like give me fentanyl, all this medication
Yeah,
to
yeah.
like calm me down, keep me under control, and not have any more seizures.
Wow.
And so ever since then, I decided to switch my type of dialysis.
Okay.
So I switched to something called peritoneal,
Okay.
which is in the lining of my stomach. And so what it is,
Well,
it's
you advise. Did somebody give you? Did you go to get a second opinion for this advice?
pretty much. I
Okay.
had to ask around and like get help.
If you
know.
like, you can give credit to the people that sounds like it's probably done more for you than the first stuff that you were using, correct? Or the first.
Well, it's just
dialysis
at the clinic I go to. They suggested it,
Okay.
I go to a clinic in Plymouth.
You want to mention the clinic?
It's called Fresenius.
Okay. You called which?
Fresenius.
Got it. Okay.
So
Go
I
ahead.
go there, and that's where they all help me. I have a nurse there that helps me with the PD and everything.
Okay.
But I actually do the PD at home.
Okay.
I do it every night for 9 hours.
Wow. Wow.
And what it does is It's water mixed with sugar,
Yep.
and it fills me,
Yeah.
and it sits in there for like about 2 hours per night,
Wow.
and it does it 4 times. And what it does is it attracts all the toxins,
Okay.
and then at the end of the cycle, it drains out into drain bags.
Now, does this have to penetrate your skin?
No,
It doesn't.
no.
Well, how does it go in? Okay.
There's a tube I have
You
right
have a
here.
tube.
Yes.
And that's it. That goes into the urethra. Is that it?
I'm not sure, but
Well-
I just know they call it the peritoneal lining.
Okay. Well,
I-
it pierces you somewhere, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you have to have it in all the time. Or
Every night. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, you have it in now, even though.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
But it's
yeah.
so it's just basically.
Can't take it out. It's just there.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
It's there to add the dialysis when needed.
Yes.
But you do the dialysis at home. You don't have to be in the hospital for it.
Nope.
Okay. Now, in terms of that, apparently they don't feel that you really need to be hospitalized right now, which is a good thing, correct?
No, yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
Okay. So, what is the projected outcome supposed to be for you now?
So the end terms is I need a kidney. They say
You need a kidney. You need a
Yep.
kidney. Okay.
A positive blood type,
Yep. Okay.
and I'm still looking for a donor. So
right.
it'd be amazing
If
I could
if, we're,
find one.
if you had a donor, would it be now people can live without one kidney, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so let's say somebody were to donate that had 2 kidneys. It wouldn't have to be somebody that passed on. It could be somebody that could still live just fine.
Exactly.
Okay, wow. Okay, well then that's something. All right. If you got that, would you get to be off of dialysis?
Yeah.
Okay, so you live a normal life.
Exactly.
In addition, but now in spite of this situation, are you doing things that are uplifting as well? I'm just wondering.
What do you mean by
Well,
that?
like do you work? Do you have a job? Okay.
Oh, okay. So at the moment,
Yeah.
because I'm on the dialysis and everything,
Right.
it flushes all the medications I'm on and whatnot.
Right.
So I've been on a seizure med for a while.
Okay.
And like since it flushes out the medicine and everything,
Yeah.
I've been still having seizures. So I'm afraid to work because I used to do carpentry and I'd be on the ladders.
Okay. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I can't do that
Can't
having
do that now.
seizures, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
So it's tough.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I've been having like at least 1 seizure a month now.
Wow.
So it'd
Okay.
be great if I could get a donor sometime soon, you know.
Yeah, I understand. Now you're on a list for a donor, right?
Yes,
Correct.
I'm on the
Okay.
waiting list. I've been on it since March.
Since March. Okay. So basically, now what about any possibilities of family members being a donor?
Well, it's tough because I have a small family, and my mom, she takes care of 3 of us kids.
Right. Okay.
So
you
she's
the
like,
oldest?
yes.
Okay.
So I have a 16-year-old sister and
Yeah.
then a 7-year-old brother,
Wow.
and so it's tough on her part, my mom.
Right.
So
of course.
she wouldn't be able to donate, you know. And my sister, she wanted to donate, but she's not of age. You have to be at least over 18.
Okay. And what is
So-
she? Was she 7? You said, right?
No, that's
She's-
my brother.
Oh, she's 16. Wow. What
Yes.
like saying, what about in a couple of years? She'll be 18 then.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Okay.
But hopefully I don't have to wait a couple of years.
Right,
You know?
I
Hopefully I
understand.
get a
Okay.
kidney sooner.
Okay.
So
Okay. Well, that's amazing.
yeah.
So right now, at least everything is out of the hospital. You're not, like you said, you're not in hospital treatment right now.
No.
And if you're not, and if all goes well, you probably wouldn't need to be for a while, if ever.
I actually just got out the other day though because of a seizure.
Oh, you had a
So,
seizure.
yeah.
Okay. Do you have medication you take to prevent seizures or to try
I
to
do,
prevent
but
it?
like I said, with the dialysis, it flushes all that out of my system.
It does. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
So
like
it's
a
tough.
double-edged sword, kind of.
Yeah.
I see. All right. So you basically, it's almost like inevitable that you're going to have one once a month. You figure.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what it's been lately. So,
Wow.
but I mean, at least it's not like when I was on the hemodialysis.
So it's better
having like
now.
5 in a row, you know.
Wow.
That was insane.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So do you I'm just wondering, do you do anything like do you go to clinics around the area to try and find donors? How does that work? Do you get up and speak your mind, or not speak your mind, but explain your case to people that might be able to help you, the medical people? Then what about the possibility of getting a donor that passed away? Because there are organ donors that
Yeah.
that signed cards with the registry.
Yeah.
So what
Well,
about
I mean,
that?
it can happen at any time, you know.
Right.
So,
Okay.
I don't
So
know.
you're just
They
waiting
could
for the
call.
call.
So yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I understand. All right. So that's pretty much it. So that's pretty much
Pretty
your
much.
life right now.
But yeah, it's very like impacting, you know.
It
Very
is.
effective.
It is. Okay.
I'm very limited to a lot of things. It's tough.
Right. I understand. Well, I'm just wondering now, most of the time I interview people that are into entertainment, acting and stuff, and I know that's
Yeah.
not the case with you. Have you ever done any, but have you ever done anything like like I said, uplift your spirits, done any writing, do you do any music? Ever done anything like that? Or singing, dancing?
I have actually been practicing guitar lately. Trying
Okay.
to get into acoustic.
There
So
you
I'm
go.
hoping that goes somewhere, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll have you back and you can play.
Yeah,
I know
that'd
it's
be
a
great.
little, it was kind of short notice today.
Yeah.
Well, as far as that's going, have you ever been in a band at all?
I have. I used to be a drummer actually. I used
Okay.
to play drum set
Okay, you were a drummer. Okay,
Yeah.
where was the band like? Where were you? Was it a school band
just in my basement.
with a bunch of friends?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But yeah, I was in the school band at some point in like
Okay,
middle
what, high school?
Middle school.
Middle school.
But yeah, that's where I picked it up, drumming, you know.
And where did you grow up?
Plymouth.
You've
I
been
lived in
Plymouth your whole
Plymouth
life.
all my life.
Your whole
yeah.
life. Okay. Okay. Well, what about some of the people that you grew up with? I'm just wondering if they, are they possible donors for you?
Oh, they just parted their ways, you know.
Yeah.
That's what happens over time, you know. You
Oh, I
grow up,
understand. Right.
go to school, go to college, whatever.
Okay. Did you ever go to college?
No.
Okay. Is it because of that, you think, or would you
Not
ever
really, no. I just never really considered it,
never
you know.
considered it?
I think people look at it like it's the norm and you have to do it.
No,
But
I understand.
I
Well,
I don't know, I'd like to come up with my own thing, you know, start my own business somehow. Yeah.
Well, you should. You
Yeah.
should. That's a great idea, because if someone like you could possibly be creative, write something, write a little, maybe create a. Have you ever done like a music video with your band
No,
or
never,
anything?
never.
Well, why don't you try that with your guitar? Why don't you
Yeah.
seek some of your friends out,
Yeah, definitely.
create something, put it on YouTube. I don't know if that'll be a business, but that could maybe lead to something. If you're
Yeah,
really good, maybe
you're right.
somebody will sign you.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of musical guests on in here. And at the moment it'll help take your mind off your troubles. And believe me, that's probably the best thing for you right now.
Yeah, definitely.
During the
I
day,
agree.
you know what you have to go through at night. During the day, you might be able to do stuff that's gonna make you feel better. And you know what? Even if it doesn't physically heal you, it could still help you, because
Yeah.
anything you do that's emotionally uplifting can help you physically as well. There have been studies to prove that. Now, have you ever been written up in any of the journals of medicine in the area? That's something else I'm wondering about.
No, never.
Yeah, well, that might be, it might be an interesting case too.
Yeah.
Because something like, someone like you, I mean, you are an interesting person based on what you're going through. I know it sucks. Don't get me wrong, but again, you try to, in life, when they give you lemons, try to make lemonade.
Yep.
Use it use it to your benefit. If someone like you could inspire somebody that's people that aren't as well off as you are too.
Yeah.
And, you tell your story. Maybe you could get a write-up in New England Journal of Medicine. Maybe you could help other people get, find donors, or maybe inspire other people to donate.
Yeah.
I mean,
Definitely.
that's the kind of thing. I mean, what you got going right now, it sounds to me like the best thing you could do is to branch out as much as possible. Reach out to the world with everything you got, no matter what it is, whether it's your music, and you're not, and I can tell you're not the type of guy that you want people to feel sorry for you, because
Yeah.
if you were,
I'm trying to keep as positive as can be, you know.
yeah, I can tell, and you have that, and I can tell you
Yeah.
got that. Just the look in your face, I can tell you got a good attitude about everything.
Yeah.
Okay,
I look at life way differently now, you know.
right.
I could have died multiple times due to this, what I'm going through.
Yeah. Okay.
They said when they found out I was going through this that I shouldn't have been walking or talking, you know. So
There you go, and here you are.
yeah, exactly.
Okay,
God keeps me here for a purpose.
that's exactly right.
I'm still trying to figure out what that purpose is, you know.
Right. Okay. Now you also mentioned before we started. Now Anthony Bevilacqua got you in here tonight. He was a friend. You guys were all friends really, because he owns the Wicked Healthy store
Yeah.
in Kingston, and you still try to live as healthy as you can when it comes
Yeah.
to what you eat. Are you limited in anything that you can eat or not eat?
I'm limited on a lot of things, yeah, but
Yeah.
it's a huge list. It's too much to list. You know?
Okay. All right. That's fine.
Yeah.
I know I don't want to put you through that, because I know it's they have to list the limitations.
So pretty much they just want me to calm down with my potassium and sodium
Okay.
and all that, you know.
So are you actually? They don't want you to have too much potassium. Is that it?
Yeah, exactly.
So in your case, I mean, potassium is good, but not for you, not too much.
Yep.
Okay, that is interesting, because usually people, I guess because in your case it the kidney doesn't process it like it's supposed to.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the thing. Yeah, right. Okay. Okay. Well, as far as I mean, you're not in any pain, are you?
No.
Oh, good. Okay, well, that's good. Okay, and you feel you feel comfortable. Can you drive? I know you.
They don't
watch
want
you-
me to because of the seizures.
Yeah, right. I
So,
understand.
but I
Okay.
mean, I'm still capable of it.
Right. I know.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well. Okay. Okay. So going forward, do you have any plans for anything to do during the summer? That like I said, maybe vacation somewhere.
Yeah, I just been trying to stay active, get
Okay.
out more with family, do as much as possible.
All right. I mean, I know you got to be careful, but do you play any sports at all? Like
Not
just-
really. No, I've
you
never
don't?
been into sports really.
Okay. How about board games? Anything that'll stimulate your mind, even chess or checkers. Just,
My mom, she calls me her little old man because I'm always doing crossword puzzles
Okay,
and
that's
stuff like
good.
that.
crossword
yeah.
puzzles are fun. They're very stimulating.
Yeah.
You sit when you have about 64 squares and you figure out words that
Yeah.
most people couldn't think of in 2 hours. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I know. I suck at crossword puzzles.
Yeah, I do them like that.
You do them like
So,
that. Well, maybe you could write a book of crossword puzzles. Maybe you could make up your own.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty impressive. You're obviously a smart guy.
Yeah.
You don't plan to go to college, obviously. But you know what? When I was 21, I didn't either. But I finally did go when I was 25. And I'm not saying that you should do it. I'm just saying that keep your options open because
Yeah.
someday, there might be something that you want to. If not, just go out and get a liberal arts education. Maybe there's something in your mind you want to learn about, and you
Yeah.
decide to take up a trade or a hobby or something, and you going to school could help you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, when you were in school, aside from playing music, did you ever do anything in communications? Did you ever do anything on the school radio station, the TV station?
Not really.
Nothing
no.
like that?
No.
Now, have you ever written anything short stories, poems?
No.
Or even
I just did essays and stuff like I had to.
Right.
I wasn't really a fan of schoolwork.
I understand, but I understand that sometimes if you're not a fan of schoolwork,
Yeah.
the idea of wanting to write something on your own seems pretty far-fetched.
Exactly.
But you know what? This is the time when you want to think about it
I know,
because
use
you don't
my
have to
mind
do
more,
it anymore.
yeah.
It's a lot better when you do it because you want to do it, not
Yeah,
because you're
exactly.
forced to do it.
Yeah.
I think you'll find if you try it, it might be way more rewarding than you would have when you were forced to do it as a student.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just trying to think. Did you go to? You're probably too young to have gone to Plymouth Carver High School, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually graduated through the Middleborough Night School.
Middleborough Night School.
Yeah, because at the time I was working full time,
Okay.
So.
Doing what? Construction.
doing carpentry. Yep.
Wow. So you actually know how to do carpentry.
Yeah.
So where did you learn to do that?
I just grew up working, doing that under the table,
No
working
kidding.
for friends and stuff like that.
So even
friends
in
of my
spite
mom.
in spite of everything you've learned to do,
Yeah.
It sounds like you're self-taught.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Took a
What?
lot of practice.
Oh, why don't you see if you can write a book on carpentry? Maybe you could, describe what you built.
I always just thought of, to be honest, starting my own carpentry business.
You should.
Yeah.
You could have people working for you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. You could teach them how to hit a 2x4 or whatever
Yeah.
you guys do. I don't know anything about carpentry. I mean, I know that my house has a floor and walls and a ceiling, and somebody had to build it. But as far as how they built it and who built it, I have no idea.
Yeah.
But obviously, someone like you would, because you know this, you know the drill.
Took a lot of practice.
I'm sure it does. I'm sure, and that is impressive though. You never went to school for it.
No.
Maybe you could teach a course in it.
Yeah.
That could be something. I mean, have you ever maybe looked into doing that? For instance, I'm giving you, Southeastern Regional.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
trade school. It's for high school. Maybe you should go and see if there's a possibility you could teach maybe not full time. Maybe you could teach a course in carpentry to some of the kids if they
Yeah.
if it's
That's a
possible.
good idea.
I know
Yeah,
you
I'll
have to be
look
careful.
into it. Yeah.
But that's the kind of stuff they learn there. They learn trades. They learn. These are the kids that have their mind made up that they're not going to go to college, do the liberal arts, the 16 credits or whatever. They just want to. They have an idea that they want to get out in the working world as soon as they get out of school.
Yeah.
And they know exactly what they want to do. So if someone like you could help them out, they could be big time. I think my sister-in-law actually worked at Southeastern for a while as a guidance counselor. Then she found her true calling as a Reiki master. She may be able to help you too. I don't know if
Yeah.
you ever considered doing it. She was a guest on my show a bunch of years ago, And I got to tell you, we were going live in Marshfield at the time. We got a ton of calls.
Yeah.
And she brought in a client with her, and a lot of people were calling in and she was giving them readings.
Oh.
And it might help. It could benefit you if she
Yeah,
read your
definitely.
chakras.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what Reiki is, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, it's pretty big
I've had
now.
it done to
Yeah.
me before.
You've done it?
Yeah.
Have you? So tell me
At
what
Wicked
that,
Healthy, actually.
oh, they do it there?
Well, it was a Christmas party one time
Okay.
that I went to, and I forget who it was that did it, but she just did a quick reading on me.
It's probably friends of Anthony and Steve.
Yeah, of
Wow.
course. Yeah.
Good for you. And what was anything good
I
to hear?
forget, to be honest. That was like 2 years ago.
That was,
a long
that
time
wasn't
ago.
that long ago.
My memory, all the meds.
Okay. what do you mean? The meds affect your memory?
Yeah.
Or they make
Medication, the seizure pills, and
Right.
everything. It slows down the brain.
It does.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, it's a lot on my brain.
Right. Okay. Okay, but you're still in pretty good spirits, and
Yeah.
that's impressive that you did that.
I try.
Yeah, I know. That's good. You like to laugh.
Yeah.
You ever think of maybe? I know this is a stretch for you, but I always try to give advice to my guests that might help me. Ever maybe think of doing stand-up comedy?
No, never.
I know. Only because, and even making fun of your own situation, it would shock so many people. You might
Yeah.
get some laughs out of it.
Oh, yeah,
You know?
totally.
And I'm just saying, there's nothing. Again, I always say, look at the glass as half empty or half full. And
Yeah.
there's no reason why you can't. Except you could be the most beneficial. Your mindset could be your best friend or your worst enemy, depending on what you choose.
Yeah.
And in this case, I'd say you're at the cusp, right? You're at the crossroads right now, and it looks like you've got that option right now, here and now. You're doing what you have to do. You're following the doctor's orders.
Yeah.
You got a good attitude. You have limits, but you're able to get around.
Yeah.
You walk, you talk, you eat, you chew gum. I guess you're doing that now. So I'm using that as an example because some people, the cliche, can you walk and chew gum at the same time? You obviously can, for real.
Yep.
That's a pretty big deal. That's
Yeah.
pretty impressive. Okay. You're a good-looking guy. You ever think of maybe looking at the modeling or something?
No, never.
Male model.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like the type of guy that the girls would go for. Are you?
Not
are you
really.
single or married?
I've been single for years.
Okay,
Yeah.
well that might change eventually.
It's hard to find a good
I'm speaking
girl, yeah.
objectively, okay?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to look at you and see the most positive things that we can think of.
Yeah, thank you.
To give you good inner vibes about yourself and to help that. Well, guess what, Jaden? We're under 5 minutes now. We made the half hour go by. So, like I ask all my guests to do, no matter how famous or not they are, I want you to look at the red light in that camera and give shouts out to people that are going to see the show, because a lot of them are going to see it. And I don't even know if you're on Facebook yet, are you?
I am, yes.
Okay, so when the show is up, we'll definitely send it to your wall on Facebook.
Okay, sounds good.
And I'm also, even though most of the people, I don't know if you know what IMDb is?
No.
Okay, it's a database for anything in film and television. And even though you've never done acting before or never been in a film, you're going to get an IMDb credit for being on my show tonight.
All right, great.
Okay.
Thank you.
So what I want you to do is to give shouts out to people that are going to see it, including your mom, your siblings and friends or whatever, and then we're going to wrap the show up.
All right. So I want to give a shout out to my mother, Brooke Grace, for raising me pretty much. I wouldn't be the man I am today without you in my life. And I want to give a shout out to my best friend, Jesse Barkley in the Marines. Hope you're doing good, buddy. Miss you. And that's it.
Okay, well, I hope you had a good time with me.
Yeah,
I hope
it's been great.
I always say everything happens for a reason, and I hope that people seeing the show, maybe it'll help you get a donor. We'll
I
see.
hope so, yeah.
It couldn't hurt, and get back in your music. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't
yeah.
have to go very far. It's not like you're straining yourself. If you don't feel well, stop what you're doing. But at least, my hunch is that if you get back in it and look up the people that you were in the band with, tell them how far you've come, and just go out there and meet the world head on. But even with your limitations, don't exceed them. But you got a lot of tools going for you. You got a lot of things going for you, and you just make it happen.
Yeah. I will.
Okay. A nice shirt, by the way. Do you like this? You like the?
Oh,
like
yeah,
going
this
boating,
is-
being that you live in Plymouth.
This is actually from my my grandfather's church,
Okay.
and he gave it to me when I was in the hospital.
Oh, good.
So, yeah. Nice little gift.
Do you like doing? I mean, do you ever get out of? Do you like go? I mean, you live in Plymouth. You're on the waterfront. Do you like the beach, the ocean, and going
I
out?
love the beach. Yeah, I love
Okay.
the sun and everything, but I'm not a big water person.
Oh, me either. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
but you get out there.
Yeah,
That's cool.
of course.
You meet,
Like I said, I try to stay as
try to
active
stay
as
as
possible.
upbeat as you can.
Yeah.
And you got a great attitude, and it's paying off. And I get, and I think sooner or later, 20 years from now, you're going to say that everything happens for a reason. And
Yeah.
you're going to feel blessed, and I think you're heading in that direction. You're going to do something really big, and everybody in the world is going to know it. You're going to leave your mark on the world.
Yeah.
Right. Well, on that note, Jaden, we're going to wrap the show up.
Okay, it's been
if you
great.
If you want to do the snap, and it's up to you. If it's totally your call. I'd recommend it. You might enjoy it. You don't have to.
Yeah, you got a better beat than me.
Well, I've been doing it for 9 years.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Thanks for watching Topic Time. More great episodes to follow. See you next time. Thanks. Take care. And that's it.